What do you tell your team at that break?
Well, we were just, we weren't playing with as much, I guess, just intensity or polish that we needed to be playing with. And, I tried to explain to the girls because, at our gym, they didn't give us their best match, and we beat them pretty easily in a sweep. And, I kept trying to explain to them, since we knew we had Tyler coming up, they were going to give us a good game. And I think we were surprised by what they were surprised. I knew we were getting that. But just a little bit surprised with how much they did challenge us. And so it was just one of those things. We had a great fight back in game one, and we're down. I think we were down 22-16 and fought back one game one and, had a tough call at 20-21 that would have tied us 21-21. And anyway, that's part of the game. And so we went down and we just had to kind of remotivate in the locker room, but they did a good job of responding in game three.
Well, I didn't make it to Tyler last week, but I saw a lot of Twitter action yesterday on the ETBU Twitter feeds about students who were going to Tyler to support the volleyball team. Did they show up?
They did. I don't know the exact count, but if I had to guess, there was probably like 25 students that traveled over, and they were loud. We could hear them. I mean, it was great to have that support, and I know the girls really appreciated that. It was raining, it was nasty out, and that was awesome for them to come and give us the support.
Lady Tigers have 2 more matches left, and the way the ASC works is if you win the regular season, you host the American Southwest Conference Tournament. ETBU currently first place in the standings, 13-1. Right behind them is the University of Mary Hardin Baylor at 12-2. And guess what? They travel Friday to play Mary Hardin Baylor in a very important match. What are you expecting in that match?
Oh, definitely a challenge. I mean, every game we play with UMHB is always an incredible match. They're playing for the same thing we're playing for. And so we know that we're going to have to go down there. We're going to have to just we're going to play well, number one. Number two, we're going to have to create a lot of energy ourselves. But I think this team is highly motivated to do whatever they can to, be the regular season conference champs, but to also host. That's been a big goal that they've had set forth. And, it's something I've always said would be important to us, but I don't always talk about it. But they really seem motivated to try to go make that happen. So
we're going to see if Jason's microphone works, if he can ask the question.
Well, a lot has been made of all the winning streak and home win streak, and I know Mike has forbid me from mentioning a number, but at home we're great, but on the road we've been just as good. A 5-match win streak on the road, including last night. Talk about the importance of that going into Saturday, confidence being able to win on the road.
Well, it's been good that we've been able to win, and I am actually appreciative that we had a great match last night from Tyler, to be honest. We needed to be challenged. We kind of faced a couple teams that, weren't as tough as Tyler or UMHB are going to be, and so it was good for us to be challenged. We needed that, and I think that's going to help us going into Friday. Just being able to get a win against a team that's good and then have to go face another team that's good on the road. So.
Well, today on the campus of East Texas Baptist University, we had the Meyer Lecture Series, and Drayton McLean was the guest speaker today. He is from the Belton area and has a connection to ETBU. His administrative assistant for over 20 years. She has a granddaughter who plays for ETBU, and Kelly Cavanaugh. And I know you visited with Drayton McLean afterwards. How would that visit go after Chapel Day, visiting with Mr. McLean?
It was good. He was wonderful. I mean, he's very light-spirited, and it was nice to meet him. And I've heard a lot about him through Kaylee and her family. And, he's going to be at our game Friday watching. And, I think he's got connections with both places now. So I think he kind of has to be neutral. But he did tell me that he's got Whataburger up in the air. So if we win, we give him Whataburger. So a little pressure there for him.
It was neat to see Lyndsay talking to Mr. McLean today. Actually, she got a high five from Mr. McLean today as he came and did an excellent talk about business and being a Christian leader in the business force, and glad to have him on campus. How are your nerves heading into this weekend?
Well, I feel confident in our team that we're capable of going and winning these next 2 games on the road. I know that we're capable. I feel good about their mentality and their determination. It's just we're going to face a good match, and it's just going to be the team that makes the least amount of mistakes is honestly what it's going to come down to. So I feel good, but I'm always nervous every single game of the whole entire year.
She's pregnant with another child, so she has a right to be nervous. Now, Jason and I have been talking about we don't want this to happen. there's a possibility that ETBU and University of Mary Hardin could finish the year with identical records.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out the tie-breaking system and how we stand.
We have put hours, maybe not hours, but I know that's probably Man Mashe's job to go through the different playoff scenarios and the tiebreaker scenarios. But should you find yourself on the wrong side of a game on Friday and win on Saturday, where does that put us, tiebreaker-wise?
Okay, so what it goes down to, there's a complicated process, but it's going to go down to head-to-head. Obviously, if we are to come short on Friday, then it would be we'd be tied. So then it would go to how we did against every other team in the conference, and we'd be tied there too because we split with UT Dallas, they split with UT Dallas, and then we beat everybody else, they beat everybody else. So then it's going to go to a point differential with the two tied teams. So it's going to go based on our games against each other, the point differential.
Wow.
So we don't want to go there.
No.
We do not want to go there.
Unless our newly minted travel partner Laterno can pull off an upset on Saturday for us.
Hey, well, we can ask for anything, but again, we control our own destiny, and we need to go get a win. That's exactly what we need to
Obviously,
do.
the easiest way is just to win on Friday night.
Absolutely.
And we'll be there. We'll be watching as well.
Well, Coach Mashe, kind of talk before we close up today here on ETBU Sports Net. Kind of talk about some of the players that you're so pleased with and how they performed for you all year. And of course, you probably want to leave somebody out, and we take that for granted. But kind of mention some of the ladies that you have playing for you that you're so pleased with the progress they've made through this season.
Well, Saturday we did honor our seniors, and we've got three, kids that have been playing for us that have done amazing jobs throughout their career at ETBU, Kayla Taylor, Daisy Alanu, and then Colby Sharp. And, all three of them have had great years for us. Daisy broke the record for blocks for our program, and only in 3 years against somebody who had that previous record for 4 years. So that was an amazing accomplishment for her. So all three of them have done great. We've got a 6 rotation player that's a sophomore in Mallory Sanders, who's also captain of our team, that has played incredible, and she showed me a lot last night. She hurt her wrist early in game 1 and played through all the way through the 4th set and was in a lot of pain. You could see it all over her face, but there was no way you were getting her out of that game. She was going to do whatever she could to finish strong and win for us. And so she did great. And then we've got 3 freshmen that are playing for us, and honestly, just they're playing well and consistent. And Bailey Moore last night had, I think, 15 kills and 1 error on 30 swings, so just hitting a really high percentage for us. And she took over the match for us last night, and that's impressive to do as a freshman. So we've got so many people that are just coming in and taking over games at certain times, and it's not the same people all the time. We've just got such a well spread out team of people carrying us this year, and that, honestly, that's what helps you go win a championship. And so I feel really good about that. And then we made a setting change in game 1 last night and switched our second setter to Kayla Green, and she came in and added a ton of energy and set the ball really well. So it's been so nice. If someone's not producing, we've been able to put somebody else in and they step up for us. And it's just been such a great team effort this year. Proud of them.
Well, Coach Mashe, thank you for your time today on ETBU Extra, and best of the Lady Tigers as they have 2 crucial matches. Big one, of course, Mary Hardin Baylor Friday, and then play Concordia University on Saturday. Get that win Friday. You don't have to worry about it.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm planning to do.
And we also got to say hello to Kaylee Kavanaugh's mom and dad, Jody and Kevin. They are faithful watchers of ETBU Extra on the YouTube replay later in the week. So we're so proud that they're watching us each week. And, of course, we're appreciative of Kaylee being a member of the Lady Tiger volleyball team this year. Well, that wraps it up today from CC's in Marshall, Texas. We had a big show today. Landon Price from Cross Country talked with us, as well as Xavier Whitaker, who is the Vice President of Student Affairs. Even visited with Michael Garcia from the Tiger football team, and 2 Tigers on the Tiger soccer team, Matt Argerbright and Kendall Harris. It's been a great day. I want to say thank you to Josh McSwain and Adam Ledyard from the ETB Sports Information Director. My thanks to my co-host, Jason Souls, and thank you for either watching on the YouTube feed later in the week or listening live on the ETB Sports Net. So long from CC's Pizza in Marshall, Texas. We'll see you next Wednesday at noon on ETBU Extra.